Hey, we welcome into the Media Center Ryan Newman, winner of the Coors Light Pole Award for the 19th Annual Lenox Industrial Tools 301 on Sunday. Ryan set a new track record, 135.232 miles per hour. This is his 47th pole in 351 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series races. He now sits alone in 10th place on the all-time pole list. This is his first pole and 7th top 10 in 2001. This is his series-leading 5th pole in 19 races at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Ryan, just talk to us a little bit about your qualifying lap out there.
I didn't know exactly what to expect. They said the track temp was up, and Ruderman went faster there and clipped off a lap that I didn't really think could be beat. But just proud of the U.S. Army team and everybody at Stewart-Haas to get our first front row together, first of all. But for us to be the winning car of that and have a good start for the entire weekend. So the car felt good in practice. The lap itself was nice and smooth, and I wouldn't say it was perfect, but it was good enough, and if we can make that a little bit better for Sunday, we'll be in really good shape.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions. Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. Questions for Ryan? Okay, we'll take two right here.
Like Whitmer, Boston Globe. What is it? Are there any good vibes you got at this track? Obviously, you've done real well here for qualifying.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I've always said I've been blessed with really good cars here. I got to thank the Hendrick Group for their support and their horsepower, but it works. I mean, it's like making good macaroni and cheese. Sometimes it just tastes good. I mean, I don't know what the entire chemistry is, but I like it.
Okay, next question. Do you have another question? Questions for Ryan? Raise your hand. Follow up. Do you have one? Okay.
So many guys lowered what had been the track record. What were the factors that allow for so much speed today?
It's a new tire. That's one part of it. We've continuously, it seems like most racetracks, even though the tires do change, we've made the cars better. When you look at the history of all the things that we've done since the inception of this car. So sorry, I'm a little sidetracked watching shots there. Yeah. I think it's a combination of things, but the tire is a big part of it. We come back a little bit better race cars, a little bit better, engineering, a little bit better strategies, a little bit more knowledge, more notes, where to start. The racetrack hasn't changed a whole lot, so we have better ideas of what to expect. And the tire is usually, like I've always said, the tire is the only thing touching the racetrack. So when they change it, it's a big change.
Okay, we'll take one in the back row, and then we'll come up front. Didn't she have one?
Repeating myself, but you really like the flatter tracks as opposed to the other tracks.
That's the thing, is that I don't mean to interrupt you, but I don't.
You don't?
I've always liked the banked racetracks the most. I mean, it's not that I dislike this racetrack. I do like it. I enjoy it. But if you ask me to go in my backyard and build a racetrack, it would have 20 degrees of banking on it. That's just that's what I like. I like feeling myself pushed down in the seat, and the more banking the racetrack has, the less emphasis there is on aerodynamics. So it's nice to be able to get up behind somebody and use your race car instead of using the air. So go ahead.
And with the modified series, I heard earlier that you just like this and you tried it at Martinsville in another race, but you prefer this racetrack. Is there a huge difference, obviously, in car between sprint and modified? But is the driving, do you like, apparently you like modified better here, so how is that?
The modified to do drive quite a bit different. They have different characteristics in clean air and dirty air. They actually create lift when they're out front or in clean air. So when you get behind somebody, it's kind of like the old school stock cars. I should say the old school stock cars, where they created lift and they got single file. And when they got behind somebody, it wasn't downforce; it just wasn't lift. So that car actually stuck better. So I like the way those cars race for sure. This is a lot of fun here to do the drafting that we do with the modifieds, and obviously when you come here and as consistently are as good as we are with the modified, it helps on Fridays as well with the Sprint Cup car.
Okay, we'll take a question up front, and then we'll go back to Mike.
Paul Sherringman, Adnock Radio Group. A lot of guys had trouble coming off of turn 2 this afternoon in qualifying. Did you have any trouble during the course of practice before qualifying there that you were able to rectify, or was it just everybody else's problem and you never had it?
My car felt pretty good and pretty symmetric both ends of the racetrack. I mean, there's a 25% chance they're going to have a problem with turn 2 from the get-go. So, I can't really speak on their behalf, but I will say it is much harder here, as it is most short tracks, to get the power down than it is to get on the brakes. So you're going to see more problems with the exit typically than you are on the power. Oh, sorry, on the braking.
Any other questions, Mike?
Mike Mullen.net Tires. This is the Richmond Phoenix tire, I think. What about drop-off on that? Obviously, the tires are very fast. What do you expect, like, over a run?
Just in what we did in race trim, they will fall off a little bit, and it's the typical fall off that I think that we've seen. I would say, in general, from what I've seen, that Goodyear's brought just an overall better tire. I wouldn't expect any failures or any issues like that. It's hard to say on the 2-tire, 4-tire thing what's going to pay off. It all depends. Just because of the way the tires are here and the fuel window that we have, you can see guys doing 2 tires with 20, or you might see guys doing 2 tires with 60 laps on their tires. So who knows? We'll see that a little bit more, what to expect in tomorrow's practices. But Sunday, depending on your race car, depending on what you need for track position, as I've always said, I think this is the birthplace of track position. That we'll see what the strategy really unfolds.
Any other questions for Ryan? One more follow-up here.
How does what you just did change your expectations at all for Sunday?
Well, without a doubt, I have higher expectations. When you have the fastest race car, you have no excuse. It's just a matter of making the fastest race car or the best race car in the last lap, given you have the right position and the right strategy, and do the things that are needed to put yourself in that position. So, I felt really confident in practice today that we would have a shot at the pole, just on the way the car felt, and fortunately that came through and we were able to capitalize.
Okay, Ron, thank you very much. Congratulations and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.